Hey everybody, welcome to Heat My Shorts. Hope you're all doing well today. So we're all done flying across Canada. It's time to cross the ocean. Let's have a seat in our pilot's chairs, get secured for takeoff, and I'll tell you what we're doing today. Hope your day's been going well so far. We do have Maggie on board with us. She will be our co-pilot for the day, for today's flight. We will have a little hangout with her after the flight, after we get all parked and secured. So today we are back at St. John's International Airport in Newfoundland. The identification code here is Charlie Yankee Yankee Tango. We are cleared for takeoff on runway 11 in a Lockheed Martin Skunk Works Dark Star. Our destination for today is 1,705 nautical miles northeast at a heading of 075, and Navlog estimates a 22-minute flight to our arrival at Donegal Airport in Ulster, Ireland. I do have to say, first of all, the identification code there is Echo India Delta Lima. And I do want to say that our test flights have taken substantially longer than 22 minutes. I think we were at 45 minutes and then maybe down to 39 minutes or so. So we'll see how we do today. We will touch down on runway 21 and taxi to the parking area in Donegal. Current local time in Newfoundland is 3:36 p.m. or 1500 hours on 24-hour time. Let's do a quick walk around and visual inspection. Check the tires, control surfaces, check for leaks, things like that. Mostly I just want to show you the aircraft. Let's head to the outside. So here is our Lockheed Martin Skunk Works Dark Star. It is a fictional aircraft. It doesn't actually exist in real life, although there is a full-size replica built of it. Very sleek looking aircraft for sure. Looks awesome from the front too. I mean, it looks awesome from every angle, I think. You can see it has a little bit of a curve to it. The nose kind of curves downwards. Anyways, center the camera, and let's take it back to the inside. I think we are all ready for takeoff. Everything is all set here. We're going to try to make it up to Mach 10 today, although I have been struggling with reaching that speed. I think we're all ready for takeoff here. This will be quite the flight. It's quite a process to get it up to speed. I have a chart and everything. I'll actually try to remember to show you the chart at the end of the flight. Release our parking brake. We are cleared for takeoff. We actually don't even have an option to check in with air traffic control there. So, Dark Star, cleared for takeoff. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We are rolling. Pull back, rotate. Gear up.
Continue for east departure. Dark Star Tree Niner leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Tower Dark Star Tree Niner frequency change.
Alright, let's see how fast we can get this thing going. We're gonna climb for a bit here. Waiting for Mach 0.9. So you got the gauge up top here. 10,000 feet. Leveled out a little bit sooner than I should have. Well, not too bad. 20,000 feet, 30,000. Supposed to be transitioning to supersonic at 30,000 feet. So maybe I will roll upright again. Nose up. Get us up to 30,000 feet. See, we're losing speed again. As you gain altitude, the air becomes less dense and the aircraft cuts through the air quicker. So it's a little bit of a, a trade-off. You lose a bit of speed as you're climbing, but then as you get up higher, you're able to maintain those speeds easier. But then as you get up too high, it's hard to maintain that climb. So roll inverted, still climbing at 10 degrees here. Just approaching 30,000 feet. You see we're off course. Dive a little bit, trade in some altitude for speed here. We're at 30,000 feet. Gotta hit that Mach 1 mark. And at Mach 3, I'm gonna engage what's called a scramjet. I'm gonna change engines. This thing actually has 4 engines in it. I'm gonna turn off the turbine engines and engage the scramjet. Having a tough time finding a good spot to read facts about this aircraft. I'm very busy throughout this flight. Really have to focus on a few things here. I was actually having trouble reaching Mach 10 when I wasn't, narrating a video on my test flights. Mach 1. We're still not even at Mach 1. Not sure what's going on there. Let's check the outside external cam. Check our afterburner. Afterburner is not lit. That will do it. Get that burner lit. There we go. Okay, here we are. That's hilarious. Transonic speed just before supersonic. Before supersonic. I ran out of breath there. And there's supersonic, 1.0 Mach. I'm going to nose down a little bit, see if I can increase that acceleration a little bit more. like something would happen as soon as I started reading. Kind of at an unstable spot here. And at Mach 3, I'm going to need to do things again. So maybe once we get our scramjet engaged, enabled, that's when we go to fact time. I'll tell you a little bit about this aircraft. Time right now. We still got a little bit of time here. I'm going to go for it. The Dark Star is a single-seat, twin-engine, hypersonic stealth military aircraft designed by Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division for the Top Gun Maverick movie. It was designed for reconnaissance, intelligence collection, surveillance, interception, and electronic warfare. The Dark Star is powered by two turbine-based combined cycle, or TBCC, engines for takeoff and landing, and scramjets for traveling between Mach 3 and hypersonic, which is between Mach 5 and beyond. I need to enable that scramjet right now, actually. Fuel cell on, scramjet enabled. Now check this out. Goes up a little bit, actually. We're just at 20,000 feet right now. There we go. Time now. Dark Star can reach speeds exceeding Mach 10, which is approximately 12,348 kilometers per hour, 7,672 miles per hour, or 6,667 knots. That goes down a bit. The range is 4,630 kilometers, 2,876 miles, or 2,500 nautical miles. Maximum altitude is 150,000 feet, or 45,720 meters above sea level. One full-scale functional mock-up was built for filming the movie Maverick. There we go. That was stressful. We seem to be just cruising at Mach 6.4. And we're slightly off course here. There we go. I'm going to nose over a little bit here, see if we can increase that speed some more. Maybe I'll even go inverted for this. It almost seems to like being inverted a little bit more at these kind of speeds and altitude. We'll see how that goes. the burner actually. Nose up. We're gonna have to start this process again. Getting a little close to the sea level there. There we go. Okay, we do still have our scramjet enabled. That's good. How you doing, Maggie? How we doing? I'm not sure why it's such a bumpy ride today. Or on this flight, actually, it was a substantially smoother flight earlier. There we go. Increase our altitude to around 100,000 feet. There we go. There goes the speed. See, there's thinner up here. There's Mach 9. Nine point 9.66. Okay, we need to nose down here. Here we go. Just below 140,000 feet. Let's take a look on the outside. Aircraft is actually glowing red hot because it's moving through the air so fast. You can actually see the curvature of the Earth from up here. Pretty neat. Oh, just above our surface ceiling. There we go. Back down to Mach 8.7. Still pretty fast. Definitely not slow. We still have 1,200 nautical miles to our destination. Little ways to go. Let's check the map. Now you'll notice this trajectory line, this course line, will actually change as we progress, as we wrap around the globe. That's pretty neat. There's Donegal in Ireland. Cruising at 8.6 currently. Sitting steady. Oh, dropped a little bit there. Now, I'll be completely honest, I am nervous about the landing. I have a lot of trouble landing this aircraft. It's not a slow jet. I think it stalls out around, I think it was around 220 knots, which is, you know, quite fast, I suppose, compared to what I'm used to. We'll see how it goes. I've been flying pattern this morning, kind of flying in circles and practicing landing at different airports. I actually did a couple, what do you call it, hypersonic tests. Actually, I can show you in this aircraft right here. Nope, here. Here's the map on how you make it to maximum Mach. And I actually have this drawn out on a piece of paper sitting in front of me, just so I don't have to switch back and forth between this and the map. I guess they're both kind of maps, aren't they? Sort of. This isn't really a map. I don't know what you call this. I'm sure there's an aviation term for what this is, the level horizon, climb meter, all that stuff. Multi-climb meter, I don't know what you call it. Something. It's probably got a name. If you happen to know, let us know in the comments down below. I like to learn. We're up way too high right now. We're only at 200,000 feet. Aircraft doesn't seem unhappy about that though. Snuck up to our course line again here. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of that is because I'm wandering or how much is because of that curved course line. I don't know. Let's bring it down to 120,000 feet. That's actually what our max Mach recommends. So let's do that. Pulling a little hard there. You can see how many G's we're pulling right there. I want to keep it around 1.4. No, 1.6. I think 1.4 is the maximum. There we go. Over the turbulence again. Speed's dropping. 140,000 feet. Course line changes throughout this flight. Pretty cool. There's our 120,000 feet right there. Slowly bring it to level. Mid-flight hangout. How you doing, Max? You're a good dog. You're a good dog. Let's get Mach 10. That'd be sweet, eh? Nice to get to Mach 10. Up a little bit. Losing a bit of speed there, okay. I don't know what we made it to there. 8 point something, 9 or 9.8 something, I mean. Fix this course line again. actually what Maverick does in the movie. It's kind of hard to fly it straight when you're in a bank like this. It's a very slight heading change. You can see 90 is our heading there. Actually, it's not moving that fast. There's 91. There's our true airspeed there, 5,633 knots. There's our ground speed, just slightly different. That's very interesting to me. Yeah, it shouldn't be too terribly long. See the green of Ireland start to show up on the edge of the map there. And speaking of which, I should almost start thinking about decelerating soon. Yeah, before too long, not quite yet though. Let's check out our external cameras. Forgot all about that. That's really neat. Cool. That's it. There it is right there. Pardon me. Some traffic on the map, they will be substantially below us, probably, let's see, yeah, less than like a third of our altitude. Let's see. Not exactly sure when to decelerate. I suppose not quite yet. You can just see on the horizon, you know, at 100,000 feet. But it'll sneak up on us fast. It really will. Yeah, it's time. Okay, let's go. What's the word? Descend. Go ease back just a hair. Now we are landing on. I suppose we should also contact this airport. Not quite yet. Still too far out. Which is good. That's a good sign. We're still going really fast. Okay. let's start turning around, get spun around, and actually they did not clear us for takeoff, or for landing. So they want us to enter pattern. I'm still going a little faster than I'd like to be going here. That's alright. Also still a little bit higher up than I want to be. 40,000 feet, 45,000 feet rather. There's Ireland. Welcome to Ireland. I actually needed that map open. I need to know where I'm going here. Okay. Runway 21, yeah, we're off our heading here. Landed somewhere in there. There we go. Closer to what we want to be at. We're currently at 290 knots. 28 nautical miles from our destination. Still at 25,000 feet. Let's descend. Now I'll probably switch to external camera for landing, because I have a lot of trouble with my depth perception, we'll call it, on this little screen here. I always come in way too heavy when I try to use this screen to land. I think I maybe see our airstrip there. No, maybe not. Might be it. It's right in there. Very close to there. That right there is that river. We're just beyond it. That might be it there. Alright, let's get our landing gear down. Didn't reach Mach 10. I really wanted to reach Mach 10 so we could say we went faster than Tom Cruise. I guess 10.2 is what's required for that. That's alright. We did alright. We didn't crash. Well, not yet. Not up to this point. Almost 5,000 feet of asphalt for a runway. That's pretty good. I seem to remember it's a narrow runway. Let's get that map open again. still. Well, let's ask.
Donegal Tower Dark Star Trainliner is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport. Dark Star Trainliner Airport is 10 o'clock, 7 miles.
Okay, so we're pretty close, 7 miles. Oh yeah, I see it right there.
Dark Star Trainliner wind 273 at 14. Clear to land runway 21.
Here we go.
Clear to land runway 21 Dark Star Trainliner.
Okay, here we go. You ready? We're up way too high still. Let's get those speed brakes engaged. There we go. Oh, wing strike. We're gonna go around. Yeah, that was a wing strike right there. We don't have the option for a go around, so we're just gonna do it. Whoops. At least these things aren't expensive, right? These Dark Star experimental jets. At least they're not expensive. Couple $100 or something, right? Alrighty. Let's try that again. Yeah, just lost all length on the right side there. Okay. Stay nice and low. Get this open. strike a wing, but that was not a good landing either. Get these brakes engaged. There we go. Woo.
Dark Star Tree 9er, turn next taxiway.
Whoops.
Dark Star Tree 9er,
Okay, I guess right here works. Let's, I panicked, I'll be honest, I panicked there. Okay. Hopefully was in that porta potty.
Dark Star Tree 9er, did you hear my last transmission?
I did not hear your transmission.
Nautical Tower, Dark Star Tree 9er, I didn't copy that. Say again, please. Dark Star Tree 9er, contact ground on 129.8.
Oh, does that mean I'm in trouble?
129.8, Dark Star Tree 9er. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's shut this thing down. Yeah, we're all done here. Go. I'm not gonna say we're here safe and sound because that was quite eventful. But the time here, okay, what time is it here in Ireland? I'm actually gonna have to look this up on my phone. Somebody was looking up marmosets on my phone. Current time in Ireland is 7:18 p.m. or 1900 hours, right? You add 12? Yeah, 1900 hours. Welcome to Donegal Airport. Welcome to Ireland, everybody. Echo India Delta Lima is the code here. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting some here, but I don't know. Let's zoom out. Where are we? There we are. Hi, it's me again. Let's see what Maggie's doing. Actually, first, before the Maggie thing, because I'll forget if I don't show you this. I guess I don't really need to show you this, because I showed you the one inside the jet. But there's the one that I wrote. And here's the little dog. Here's the co-pilot. Hey, co-pilot. Good job. We didn't quite hit Mach 10. Somewhere around Mach 9, right? 9.5. So hopefully our program isn't canceled, right? Yeah, Maggie's a good girl. Yeah. That's about it. That's the flight for today. It's a 45-minute video, so I will have some editing to do. You are so cute, Maggie. I will have some editing to do, but that's okay. I don't mind that, and I can do some other things while the video is rendering. So I'm going to get this hung up, get this video wrapped up before we hit the hour mark, right? I hope you've enjoyed the flight. Now that we're in Ireland, our next flight series will be flying across Ireland. On episode 1, we will take a Piper Cub to Echo India Bravo Yankee Drumovish airstrip. So we'll do that in the next... Well, I don't know when we'll do that. We'll do that sometime though. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I love you all. This has been Heat My Shorts with Maggie and Steve. The Maggie Show. I ran out of breath. Love you. Bye-bye.